Hey everyone, how are you guys? I look like crap as always. I can see like these crazy circles. Oh my lord. Just don't look at my eyes. Look from like the nose down. Hey everyone. Happy President's Day. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We had a great weekend. My husband and I had a date day at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, which is like 2 hours away from us, so it's not that bad at all. We actually go to Philadelphia a few times a year because it's so close and there's so many great things happening there. And they had their Disney 100-year celebration there, which was incredible. And I got to meet Amy, which was a complete surprise. And it wasn't planned. I just bumped into her and we were both like, "You look familiar." It was so amazing to meet her and her family. They're the sweetest and just such terrific and wonderful people. So that was so fun. But I just wanted to make a post because something's been bothering me these last few days, about a previous post that I did, a video, a picture that I shared, and just kind of expressing my thoughts. And unfortunately, this happens quite a bit where my thoughts and how I feel and how I express it with words and how I type it out in sentences gets disconnected and jumbled up, and it's not right, basically. Where I get stuck on one thing, and yet I don't kind of come around full circle and explain how I feel and think. Generally, I just kind of get stuck on one thing. And again, a lot of times I just don't really explain myself very well. I get very my thoughts again and how I feel about something, especially if it's something that I feel so passionate about, gets kind of jumbled up. And I have a hard time putting it into actual words that make sense to other human beings, basically. So I made a post about how, just in my own experience, in my own research, the videos that I watch on YouTube, the pictures that I see, a lot of people are it's very posed, it's very staged, it's not very relatable, it's just very it's not very natural, it's very put together and staged and posed and fake, and it's not candid, it's not natural, it's not like that. And that's not to say that I have not seen and that I don't follow and love so many other great content creators on YouTube, on Instagram, and social media that are extremely really embracing more the natural look and more candid photos and behind the scenes vlogs and videos and making kind of satires and making fun of themselves, and just being more exposed and just natural and not having things be so like staged and purposeful. And I mean, not purposeful, and that's not the right word, but just staged. I feel like, I guess that's my kind of my thing that I have a hard time swallowing, and I feel like in my post I kind of jumped off a cliff with my words, saying that I don't think there's anyone natural. I think everything's so fake. I really am just highly against that. I think anybody who does any kind of staged videos where they have a pretty background and they wear makeup, or they do makeup tutorials, or they don't show everything, or they only show the good, and you know, they always try to be as perfect as they can, with everything just being so like just perfect with their full face of makeup and having a cute little Disney bag like a Loungefly or Daniel Nicole with, the castle behind them, or Spaceship Earth or the Tree of Life or Hollywood Studios, and they have their little foot out and little smile, or videos like that is something that's all I see, and that I'm against it and that I don't like that. And that could be that's the farthest from the truth. And that's what I wanted to clarify. And that's why I actually took that post down. That could be the farthest from the truth. First of all, I'm not against that at all. I don't ever judge anybody. I don't believe in that. I think that's bullshit. I really believe in support and always say to people, like, you be you, like, you do you. Don't let anyone ever else make you feel like you shouldn't be yourself and do what you love to do. And I want people to do what brings them happiness. And that's what I always try to tell my kids. That's what I always tell my boys, always. And that's what I always try to kind of tell myself, to not let other voices get in my head and do what I want to do what makes me happy, what brings me joy. And if you want to always have, like, if you love doing pose pictures all the time with your Daniel Nicole bags and looking so incredible in your, I think a big brand is like those silk dresses or silky dresses, or Loungefly or anything like that. I think that's awesome, and you look beautiful, and you do you, and I think that's amazing. And I have to say that I, for one, definitely, I mean, if you look on my Instagram feed, I don't know the exact percentage because I'm just horrible at math, but I also love doing, cute little pose pictures, especially when I do, like the PhotoPass photographers at Disney World and Disneyland. I'm always smiling. Nothing is candid. Nothing is, not staged or me smiling at the camera and having a cute little background in the back, like when I film videos. And I love that. And that brings me a lot of joy and happiness. And I love that. And I feel like I didn't say that in my original post because I just got so stuck on, I think what I was watching so much that day, and I just got so stuck in it, is that I feel like social media is just saturated with so many people not being genuine and not being themselves and just being fake. And that's the one thing I can't stand. And I think I just went off on that, not really getting to what I really wanted to say. But again, if I see so many incredible content creators that I respect so much and that I love, and that, I aspire to have that kind of life and career. I mean, my overall dream would be, to be a massive content creator and to work with brands, like incredible brands like Disney and, Loungefly and Vera Bradley and so on. That would be an incredible opportunity. And oh my goodness, I dream about that. So when I see like pose pictures like that and, people doing little, like, coming to the parks and their beautiful, stunning matching dresses, and their bags, I think that's awesome. And I think that's beautiful. And I definitely do that myself, not with the dresses, because, mom of two here and going to the parks, I'm usually wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and a backpack. There's no way I could bring like a cute little purse. I have to be more practical than that, because half the time I'm dealing with tantrums or chasing after my 4-year-old. And my 7-year-old is going like bing, 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 bing all the time. I'm going from one ride to another. So I have to wear sneakers, can't wear heels, and shorts and a t-shirt. Because I just have to be more, I guess, like athletic with how I dress to Disney World. I have to dress like I'm really playing sports that day, pretty much. But I still try to make it look good. I try to. But yeah, like if you want to do that and if you do that, I think that's awesome and amazing and incredible. And I do that too. Like I said, whenever I take pictures with the castle behind me, I'm like posing or I'm smiling. And I think that's awesome and incredible, and I love that. But I just wish, and this is where I got lost, and I should have said this, but yet again, how I feel and how I actually communicate it are usually gets disconnected, which is just part of my learning disability and part of my ADD. But I just wish that, yes, sweetheart, I'm here. Yes, baby. I just wish that in addition to that, which I love so much, and again, like so many content creators that I love, like have that, scripted, staged, pictures and videos, and I do that too again, and I love that. But I'm just saying, in addition to that, I wish so much that social media could also be just as saturated, to really embrace and support and push more, natural, and not so staged looks as well. I wish it could be both, just as much, like equal, to be honest. And that's what I wish, were both of them, candid, staged, wearing a full face of makeup and not wearing any makeup. That's me. Could be just strongly as much of a presence, the both of them equal, and not having things be so perfect, and showing the bad more, and showing the parts that aren't so glamorous, and showing the parts that are more relatable to real life, and really embracing that just as much, and showing that, and not being embarrassed by that or ashamed by that, and showing the ugly and just being raw and not being fake. I just wish that was on the same level, because again, just from what I see in my own, whenever I search the web and I search Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, I just see more of the I'm trying so hard to be perfect and have everything just like that and just like so. I see more of that, and maybe that's just what I'm seeing, and maybe if I'm wrong, then let me know. If I'm missing accounts that are really celebrating being natural and being showing, not, and like, tell me. But again, I love them. I love both types of content and videos and pictures and videos. I love them both so much, and I just wish that they would be on the same level, and get as much recognition and love and support, and yeah, that's just what I wish. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, and that's what I meant to really kind of make my original post to be about. And I feel like my first my first post was really putting that kind of content down and saying how wrong that is, and that's so fake and horrible and wrong, and you shouldn't do that. That's not what I meant to say at all. And I really apologize if you feel, and if you read that was my mistake gravely, and I will fully admit that I did not write that out, and type it out as I really wanted to and intended to, and that's why I took it down. But yeah, so do cute little framed, staged, full face makeup in your adorable dresses from Loungefly with Spaceship Earth behind you. I love those pictures. That's amazing. And then also do like a natural video as well. Let's kind of embrace and do both. And that's what I would love to see, and that's what I try to do. And that's what I love seeing, and that's what I really just am so passionate about embracing all of that. So that's what I meant to say. Yeah, so happy Tuesday, and happy Monday, and I hope you guys are having a great evening. Bye.